Good morning, everyone. That was pretty good, but let's do it one more time. Good morning, everyone. Oh, that was even better. Okay, so like she said, my name is Kerri Arnold, and I am Miss Tennessee Volunteer. So do y'all know what a pageant is? Have you ever seen a pageant on TV or gone to one? Yes, no, yes, no? Okay, so that's how I got my job. I competed in the Miss Tennessee Volunteer pageant in Jackson, Tennessee, and I competed with 35 other girls. And we all wanted this job because I get to do a lot of really cool stuff this year. But my favorite thing I get to do is I get to travel our whole state, and I get to go to different schools, and I get to talk to different groups about something that I think is very important. And that's what we're going to talk about today, and we're going to talk about caring. But before I get started, we have a little housekeeping is what I'm going to call it. We got a little housekeeping we have to do. So I'm going to need some serious participation from you guys, okay? I'm going to call on some people to answer some questions. I'm going to get a few volunteers for a couple of things, and those volunteers will even get a piece of candy. And I've got the good stuff. I've got Laffy Taffy, I've got Sweet Tarts, I've got Gobstoppers, I got all the good stuff. But I'm only calling on people who are sitting really still, who are sitting with their hands in their laps, their eyes facing forward, and their mouths quiet. So can we do that? Yes? Okay. So, who can raise their hand? And I got to ask the question first. Hands down. I got to ask the question. You ready? Who can raise their hand and tell me what caring is? Okay, let's do my purple long sleeve shirt right here. Caring for your family. That's good. Let's do my red hair with the long sleeve pink shirt. Can you talk really loud for me? When you're caring about other people, caring for other people. Can I take this off? Can I take this off? Is that good? All right. So let's do one more. Let's get you right here, close to me. Loving other people and sharing. Y'all heard sharing is caring? Yeah! Me too, right? Okay, hands down. So, when I was getting ready to speak to you all, I wanted to look it up. I wanted to have a good definition for you of what caring is. And caring is when you're helpful. It's when you show concern by being helpful. It's when you show kindness. And it's when you do these things without expecting anything in return. So that would be kind of like this. I have a little example. So chocolate oatmeal cookies are my favorite cookies. Like, I could eat 15 million and still want more. But if I know we're going to have a chocolate oatmeal cookie for lunch, I'm not going to hold the door open for my friend just because I think she's going to give me her cookie. I'm going to hold the door open for her just to be nice. Does that make sense? Okay. So every day, we're around a lot of people. We're around our friends, our family, our teachers, and you show kindness and you show that you care every day. So can someone raise their hand and hold on, I gotta ask the question. Y'all are goofy. So can someone raise their hand and tell me a time, I'm gonna get somebody from over here, tell me a time that you've shown kindness to your teacher. When were you kind to your teacher? Right here. You helped her, that's a good one. All right. What about you? Yeah, you were kind to them then. That works. All right, let's do one more. Let's get you right here on the end. Yeah, helping our teachers if they need help doing something in class. So what about what you all are doing for me right now? Raising your hand. Did you know that's a really listening, you're paying attention, you're being respectful, you're not yelling out. Okay, what about our manners? Y'all use your manners? Yeah. Okay, that's another easy way to show your teachers kindness because our teachers do a lot for us. My sister's a teacher, and she's doing things for her students all the time. Even when she goes home in the afternoon during the summers, She's constantly thinking of ways to make her students' learning better. And that's what your teachers do. And they love you so much. So we need to show our teachers kindness and that we appreciate that. So what about our parents? When is the time you've shown your parents kindness? When were you nice to your parents? Yeah, listening to them, hearing what they're saying. Helping them clean. How many of you do chores? I do. You know one of the easiest ways to show your parents kindness would be to do your chores without them asking? What if you even did them the first time they asked? That's easy, right? You have to do them anyway. When I make my bed and my mom doesn't have to ask me, she gets so excited. Like you would think it's Christmas morning. She is that excited. Just because I make my bed. And that's easy, right? Okay, who can raise their hand and tell me a time that you've shown kindness to your friends from over here? Helping them with their work when they need help? Okay, I hear people talking, so we gotta be really quiet so I can hear everybody else, okay? Alright, what about, let's do one here. Helping them do their work. Alright, one more. Okay, you got a sign in front of your face. How have you been kind to your friend? Giving them compliments. That's a good one. Okay, hands down. So, one way to remember to show kindness and to remember to care for others is the golden rule. Y'all know what the golden rule is? No? Yes? No? Yes? Okay, hands down. Treat others how you want to be treated. Do you want your friends to be nice to you? Yeah. Do you want your teachers to be nice to you? Yeah. Do you want your parents to be nice to you? Yeah. So if we want all of those things, then we need to give that in return. So that's the easiest thing. If you can remember to treat others how you want to be treated, then you're going to be kind and caring. So one of the ways that I was cared for when I was younger that really stuck out to me was when I was 5. When I was 5, I went on vacation with my parents and my 2 older sisters. And we went to an aquarium. Has anybody been to an aquarium? Okay. Now hands down. They're pretty big, right? Yeah. So this one had a really cool area right in the middle that you can play. And they had things to jump on and climb on, and you could look at fish, you could do everything. And I was having the best time. I even made a friend. I made a friend, I got to play with my new friend, and we were having the best time. And then my parents said it was time to go. So I started leaving, and on my way out, I saw something else that I thought was super cool. So I just had to stop and say yep too. My parents didn't know I stopped. So I got lost in the middle of the aquarium. Now, if you were 5 and you were lost, would you be scared? No. I was so scared. I just stood in the middle of this room and I cried and I cried. But that friend that I made, her mom saw what my parents looked like. So instead of just finding someone that worked there and leaving, going about her day, she found someone that worked there, and then she stayed with me. She stayed with me until I got back with my parents, until I wasn't scared anymore and I was happy. Was that a way for her to show me kindness? Yeah. Was that a way that she showed me she cared? Yeah. She was treating me how she'd want to be treated, or how she'd want her daughter to be treated. So if we can remember that, then we can remember to be kind and caring. So one way I remind myself to care is with my bucket. Has everybody seen my bucket? Yeah? Who can tell me what it says? Caring. This is my caring bucket. And I took this from my favorite book. I'll tell you what it is. I've got it right here. I read this book when I was in the 6th grade. And it was my favorite book then. And now I'm a senior in college, and it's still my favorite book. It's a long time, right? So raise your hand if you've read it. It's Have You Filled a Bucket Today? Has anybody read this book? A couple of you? A lot of you? Alright, so I'm going to tell you what it's about for those of you that haven't. This book is all about the idea that we all have this imaginary bucket. And in that bucket, we have all of our good thoughts and feelings about ourselves. So you can either be a bucket filler or a bucket dipper. So a bucket filler is a kind and a caring person, but a bucket dipper is kind of like a bully. And a bully is someone who might say or do something to hurt you on purpose. And they do it over and over again, even when you say to stop. So a bully is someone who is a bucket dipper. And that's what we don't want. We want to be bucket fillers. And I'm going to show you how it works. So I have this heart right here. This heart is all my good thoughts and my good feelings. So when I come in here and I see you excited to see me, how does that make me feel? Happy. It does. It makes me feel happy. You know what you did? You filled my bucket. How easy was that? It's easy, right? So, how do you feel knowing you've made me happy? Good? Guess what? You filled your bucket too. That's how bucket filling works. When you show kindness and you show that you care, you fill someone else's bucket and your bucket. And that's awesome. Now, bucket dipping works the same way too. That's what we don't want. So if I walked in here and y'all said, boo, go home, how would that make me feel? Sad. That would make me feel awful, right? You know what you did? It would be like a bully, you're right. You dipped into my bucket. Now how does that make you feel knowing you made me sad?
Bad.
Yeah? You dipped into your bucket too. And that's how bucket dipping works. So we want to be kind and caring, and we want to be bucket fillers. Can we do that?
Yeah!
Because the thing is, it's really easy to be a bucket filler. All you have to do is think before you speak and think before you act. You just have to ask yourself, is this kind? Is this caring? Is this going to fill a bucket? Can y'all do that? Yeah, okay. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to get 3 volunteers. Wait a minute, you don't even know what you're volunteering for. Okay, I'm going to get 3 volunteers to answer a multiple choice question for me. Do y'all know what a multiple choice question is? Okay, I heard some no's, so I'll explain it. Okay? So I'm going to ask a question, and then I'm going to give you 3 choices. And all you have to do is pick what you think is right. So what this question is it's going to be asking you what's going to fill the bucket. That way I know that y'all can pick it out. That you know how easy it is to see those times that you can fill someone's bucket. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call one person from each one of my sections. So we're going to start over here, okay? All right, let's see. I'm going to work my way. See who's being real good. Let's see. Let's get my buddy with Pokemon on the side. Okay, you want to come right over here? All right, you ready? Okay, now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask this question, but I want y'all to think of the answer in your head, but keep your mouths really quiet. We're going to let him answer. Can we do that? Yeah. Okay. So if you're walking into school and your teacher's carrying an arm full of things in, how would you fill her bucket? Would you ask if you can help? Would you walk on by? Or would you knock all that stuff out of her hands?
Help him.
You would ask if you could help, right? Thank you. Was that an easy question? Yeah? Guess what? It's easy to be a bucket filler if you just think about it. You just ask yourself, is this nice? Is this kind? And you ask yourself, would you want someone to do it for you? So treat others how you want to be treated, right? Okay, who's going to do my next one? Oh my goodness, there's so many hands. Okay, let's get you right here in my hand. Mm-hmm. All right. Right here. You ready? So if you're walking down the hallway and someone falls, how would you fill their bucket? Would you walk around them? Would you laugh at them, or would you help them up? You would help them up, right? Oh, I dropped your candy. Thank you, sweetie. Now, was that easy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story first. So hands down. So something like that happened to me. So when I was in high school, every morning when I would come in, the hallways, they were normally empty. But for some reason, one morning, they were full of kids. And my teacher and my principal were standing outside my classroom. And I was taking a college class and my high school class, so I brought a lot of stuff in. I had a backpack on my back, I had a bag on this arm, a bag on this arm, and I had my phone in my back pocket. And it had been raining. So I walked in, and I stepped off the mat, and I immediately fell. I busted my bottom in the middle of the hallway. What do y'all think those students did? Boy, they laughed, and then they ran in their classrooms and they told everybody I fell. How did that make me feel? Sad. What happened to my bucket? They dipped into my bucket, right? Now, if they were treating me how they wanted to be treated, what do you think they would have done?
Help you.
They would have helped me and it would have filled up my bucket, right? Now, the people that did help me were my teacher and my principal, and they did fill my bucket. They made sure I was okay. They helped me get my stuff. They were treating me how they'd want to be treated. And that's the best reminder of being a bucket filler, is treat others how you want to be treated. All right? Now, who wants my last one? Let's see. Oh, there's so many children. Let's do you right here in this green shirt. You're being real good, sitting real still. You want to come right here so everybody can see who's answering? All right, this is my hard one. Are you ready? You can get it though. Okay, everybody listen. This is my hard one. Gotta think real good. Okay. So if you're going to lunch and you see someone sitting all alone, how would you fill their bucket? Would you walk on by and eat your lunch? Would you ask to join them? Or would you ask them to join you? Ask them to join you. That works. Who noticed something about my question? What'd you notice? There were 2 right answers. That's exactly right. Now, the reason that I had 2 right answers was because there's not just one right way to show someone you care. Everyone has their own way. And as Miss Tennessee Volunteer, my job is to care. And I do. I care that each and every one of you listen really well, and you become these super awesome bucket fillers. Because that means you're going to leave here happy, healthy, and smiling. And that's my special way that I care. When I was younger, I played softball for 10 years. Yeah, oh my, it's a long time. But I always was smiling. I was so happy to be there. And I had this same umpire over and over and over again. Y'all know what an umpire is? Yeah. No? Okay. So in softball or baseball, you know that guy that stands behind the plate and he yells, "Strike!" That's an umpire. Sound good? Okay. So I had this same umpire over and over and over again. And he never called me by my name. He gave me a nickname the first day he met me. And even now when I see him at Walmart, he still calls me by my nickname. Now, if smiling's my special way I care, what do y'all think my nickname might be? Smiley. Smiley. That's right. He told me that it didn't matter what was going on, didn't matter what the weather was, and we played in everything. We played when it was raining, when it was snowing, when it was hot, cold, everything. He said it never mattered. That when I got up to bat and I was smiling, that I made his day, that I made him feel good. What did I do to his bucket? I filled his bucket. And it made me so happy knowing that I had made his day. What happened to my bucket? I filled it too. How easy is it to smile? Okay, if it's easy, then y'all are going to do that for me, right? When you see someone walking down the hallway or in class who looks kind of sad, y'all smile at them? Yeah. Okay, I smile with all my teeth. So let me see everyone's biggest smile. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Looks good. Okay. So we figured it out. Smiling's easy. And guess what? Caring's easy too. it take you a lot of time to smile? Guess what? It doesn't take a lot of time to care. You can care for someone in no time just by smiling if it makes their day. Now, did it cost me any money to smile? No. Guess what? It doesn't cost any money to care. And, can anybody smile? Yeah. So it doesn't matter how young or old you are. It's the same thing with caring. Anyone can care, no matter how young or old you are. And it's so awesome. Makes you feel good. So, what I have now, I want to make sure that y'all really understand this, okay? So I have these cards, and each one has something different written on them. So I need y'all to help me put all my bucket fillers in my bucket and make me a pile right here for all my bucket dippers, because this pile's going to go to the trash. We don't want them. We don't want those bucket dippers. We only want bucket fillers, okay? So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to read the card, and I'm going to say filler or dipper. And then, if it's a filler, I want you to raise your hand as fast as you can. Can y'all do that? Yeah. Okay, so let's practice on 3. Everyone's hands as fast as you can on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So that's what we're going to do if it's a filler. Okay? Now, if it's a dipper, I think it's someone who's sad, who's crossing their arms, kind of looks mad. But I got to know everybody's doing it. So if it's a dipper, I want everyone to cross their arms and go, Let's do it all together. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that was good. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. But here's the big thing. If y'all get rowdy, we're not going to be able to do a couple of them. And I've got several we can do. So we're going to be really good?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do our first one. What if you yell out the answer during class instead of raising your hand? Filler or dipper? We don't want that, because if you yell out the answer, then you're not following directions when your teacher is telling you to raise your hand. And what if you had a friend who might have known the answer? They didn't even get a chance, right? Okay, let's do our next one. What if we listen to the teacher read a story, our body is still, our mouth is quiet, and our eyes are on the teacher? Is that a filler or a dipper? There we go. I got a bunch of hands. That's a filler for sure. It's being really respectful for our teachers too, right? Okay, hands down. All right, our next one. Y'all are good at this one. What if you raise your hand to ask a question? That's a filler for sure. Y'all are so good at this. Okay, what if we tell our friend they're smart? Make us feel good, wouldn't it? Okay, let's do like 4 more. Now, what if you told your friend you're ugly and I don't like you anymore? I heard a big That's mean. It's kind of a bully for sure, right? We don't want that one. All right, we gotta be good so we can go to the next one. So we're gonna do 3 more. All right, what if we help our friend clean up their mess? That's a filler, right? And you know what's cool? So when you show kindness and you show others you care, you fill their bucket and your bucket. But sometimes you can fill even more. So if you help your friend clean up their mess, does that make your friend feel good? That's 1 bucket. Now, here's a question. Is the teacher our mom and dad? No. Is the classroom our bedroom? No, so we need to pick up after ourselves. So if we're picking up our friend's mess with them, would that make our teacher feel good? There's 2 buckets. Now, does it make you feel good to know that you've made your teacher happy? Yeah. There's 3 buckets. You felt even more than just your 2. How cool is that? It was easy, right? Okay, we're going to do 2 more. What if you push your friend who stepped on your toe by accident? That's a dipper, for sure. Okay, you ready? Last one. What if you walk to the sink and you wash your hands? That's a filler. You don't want to get sick. Let me tell you something. hands down. I don't want your germs. Your teachers don't want your germs. Your friends don't want your germs. So we're going to wash our hands and we're all going to stay super healthy, right? Okay. Now, sometimes you do get sick. When you get sick and you go to the doctor and he tells you you're contagious, what does it mean? What does it mean? You can't go to school because you're sick. When you're contagious, it'll spread. So, did y'all know that being a bucket filler and being Kerri is contagious? It is. Being a bucket filler is contagious. Okay, I'm going to show you how. Eyes up here. Hands down. Sitting straight up. Mouth quiet. You ready? Yep. Because this is super awesome. So let's do these people right in front of me, okay? If I tell my friend right here that I like his shirt, does that make you feel good? Now, his bucket's full and my bucket's full. And now he's going to feel so good that he's going to hold the door open for his friend. Would that make you feel good? Now, her bucket's full and his bucket's full, and now she feels so good, she's going to help her friend with her homework. Would that make you feel good? There's 2 more buckets, and it keeps going because she feels so good. She's going to tell her friend that she likes his blue sweatshirt. Would that make you feel good? There's 2 more. You see how easy that was? See how it spread? So if you go home today and you are kind to your parents, your grandparents, your brothers and sisters, it's going to make them feel good. And they're going to want to go fill a bucket too. So that's what we want. We want it to spread. We want it to make everyone we know be a bucket filler. How awesome would that be? Yeah? Okay. So, I have a question. Does everybody in here know what a bucket filler is? Yes? You take care of your friends. He said it. He's right. You show kindness. You show that you care. So, everyone knows? Well, I'm not hearing everyone. Now listen, you have homework.
No.
Ooh, it's not bad, I promise. So everybody look this way. Okay? Because listen, I'm going to ask you what your homework is a little bit later, so y'all better listen. We're really good. So every morning when you get up, I want you to think of 3 things that you can do to fill someone's bucket. And it can be anything you want it to be. And if you do those 3 things every day, it'll become a habit. What's a habit? Someone raise your hand and tell me. What's a habit? Right here. So you're doing something over and over and over again, and soon enough you'll do it without even realizing it. So, 3 things every day to fill someone's bucket. Can y'all do that for me? Okay, how many things are you going to think of every day to fill someone's bucket? 3! Ooh, okay. We're going to have to do this section at a time because I'm just not hearing enough enthusiasm. Okay? So what we're going to do is I want this group right here to tell me, how many things are we going to do every day to fill someone's bucket? 3! Alright, now we're going to do these in the middle. How many things are we going to do every day to fill a bucket? How many things are we going to do every day to fill a bucket? Y'all got it that time. Okay, that's part 1 of your homework. Now part 2 is after you think of those 3 things, I want you to say to yourself, I want to be a bucket filler. Can we do that? Okay. So on 3, we're all going to say it together. We're going to say, I want to be a bucket filler on 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Y'all got that. Okay, y'all remember that because I'm going to ask you again later. So I've got one more thing. Singing is like one of my favorite things. I love to sing. And I have a song that I call my character boost song. It's my reminder to show that I care. But here's the deal. If I have to sing, you have to sing. Okay, wait. There's one more part to that. Because I'm going to ask my teachers to help me if they will. I'm going to ask my teachers to watch their class, and they're going to pick one person from each class who listened when I was singing and who really tried to learn my song and sing it with me that third time we're going to sing it. And that one person is going to get a piece of candy. Okay, so my teachers are going to watch their class, and they're going to pick one person. Sound good? Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to sing it twice, and then on the third time I'm going to have y'all sing with me. Okay? And the reason we're going to do it over and over and over again is because you know how when you listen to something it gets stuck in your head? I want this song to be stuck in your head. Because if it's stuck in your head, then you're going to remember to be a bucket filler and show others you care. Can we do that? All right, here we go. Remember, I'm going to sing it twice, and then y'all are going to help me the third time. All right. We're building character by Kerri. We're building character inside. We're under construction at the moment, trying to improve our hearts and minds. We're building character by Kerri for friends and families. So pardon the dirt and we'll continue our work on our CHARACTER. We're building character by Kerri. We're building character inside. We're under construction at the moment, trying to improve our hearts and minds. We're building character by Kerri for friends and families. So pardon the dirt and we'll continue our work on our CHARACTER. Y'all learn it? Yeah. Okay, so our teachers are watching. So now we're all going to sing it together. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. We're building character by Kerri. We're building character inside. We're under construction at the moment, trying to improve our hearts and minds. We're building character by Kerri for friends and family. So pardon the dirt and we'll continue our work on our CHARACTER. Give yourself a hand. That was okay, so I'm almost done. Does everyone know what a bucket filler is? Okay, so when we leave here, is everyone going to be a super awesome bucket filler? Now, how many things are you supposed to think of every day to fill a bucket? Alright, now, don't yell it out, but can one person raise their hand? I said there was part 2 to your homework. You're supposed to say something to yourself. What about you right here in the black jacket? I want to be a bucket filler, exactly. So now, that's the last thing we're going to do. I'm going to count to 3, and on 3, we're all going to say, I want to be a bucket filler one more time, okay?